All right. Hello, Youngstown. We are back again with another episode of the Belly Left Leadership Podcast. I'm your Superintendent, Jeremy Batchelor. Remember, this Belly Left Leadership Podcast is developed from a simple football play, but it is not really about football and football only. It is about a leadership mantra that's developed from a simple football play, the belly play, where everybody knows their assignment. Everybody understands what they're supposed to be doing, working together in unity. We're practicing it, we're repeating it, and we're doing it at a high level, and we keep executing it so good and so well that we keep running it until they stop it. And so I'm excited today because I love all of our episodes, but today I get to talk to a teacher, okay? I get to talk to one of our Youngstown City School District teacher, but not only just a teacher, but a young man who is and I'm going to let him tell you about his own self, but I'm excited because he is a male, Youngstown native, elementary school teacher for the Youngstown City School District. And I'm just going to be a little bit bold and say we need more of Jorge, Vega, Santos in education, not just in Youngstown, but across the country. Male teachers, particularly at the elementary level, are in high demand. And so we're going to do everything in our power to make sure we keep him. Nobody comes to try to steal him. But we need, to me, also, I want our community to understand young people. Listen, hear what he has to say and his passion, because we need more of our folks to get in education. This is a noble profession that is definitely doing great things to help our next generation and the future of our country. So, Jorge, tell us about yourself. First of all, welcome to the show.
Great to be here, Mr. Batchelor.
Absolutely. Tell us about yourself and your background, first of all. Then we'll talk about how you got in education.
Of course. So, my name is Jorge Vega. First and foremost, I want to say that I am a loving husband to my beautiful wife. My two kids, my daughter, my recently born baby boy in July.
Yes.
But I am a second grade teacher at MLK. Shout out to the MLK family.
Absolutely.
Great people out there. A little bit about my background in education. So I did graduate from East High School in 2016.
Shout out.
I believe it was the last year we wore the Panthers
Probably
before
so.
we went to the Golden Bears. So
Right.
shout out Panthers, shout out Golden Bears. But yes, graduated from East High in 2016. I attended YSU, so I stayed close to home. Attended YSU, and I graduated from YSU with my bachelor's in education in 2020. I actually I wanted to go into the medical field at the beginning because I wanted to be a physician's assistant.
Okay.
But I kind of took a lot of science classes in high school, and it kind of wasn't for me.
Okay.
It wasn't for me. So then I decided I loved helping. I loved teaching. I said, let me try this, see how this works.
Okay.
So by the grace of God, we're here.
All right.
And I've been at MLK. I started at MLK as a TESOL teacher at first.
Okay. All right.
Did that for 2 years. Then I transitioned into the classroom as a second grade teacher. That's where I've been for the past 4 years. But yeah, I've been at MLK for the past 6 years. And I also went back to YSU, got my master's in education administration in 2023. So all my education so far has been here in the Y.
I love it, man. All right, and I didn't know that you had that master's degree in administration. And I'm glad to hear that, though. The future is bright in Youngstown, because at some point somebody got to take us old people's place, and it pains me to say, because I'm becoming one of those older people now. I'm in my 50s, and actually I'm listening to my buddy here. And I just realized, man, you're only a year older than my son. So I realized that I'm definitely getting a little longer in the tooth. But it's good, and it's good to know that we got good young folks that are bringing great things to our kids. So tell us, you said you graduated from East High School. Great. Shout out, former principal at East High School. I always have a special place in my heart. What made you want to come back to the district and be a teacher once you decided this was the career for you?
That is honestly a great question. So when I came back, going back through the hallways back at East, going to these elementary schools where my brothers went to and stuff like that, it was honestly kind of a great experience for me.
Okay.
But at the same time, very nerve-wracking.
Okay.
It was a bit different, though. Like I said, I graduated in 2020. So when I started at YCSD, it was January of 2021, so we were completely virtual.
Yeah.
So it was, that time. We all know about it. We try to forget
Yeah,
it,
we try, but we can't.
we can't. It's part of us now.
Right.
But when I started, it was completely virtual.
Okay.
So it was very different. I'm just coming in on the computer, moving kids to their own Zoom room.
Wow.
They've never seen me. Stuff like that. So it was very different. But when we started to go back to we would say the normal, but to the regular being in the classrooms and all that, I started to see kind of like I'm loving this.
Okay.
This is why I came to education. The relationships that I make with my students, with the other staff, with administration, just being able to know that I'm helping and making a difference.
Yeah.
It's absolutely why I came back to this. But coming back, like I said, it was nerve-wracking just because I was like, teachers that taught me are going to see me.
Right.
What are they going to think, or parents that I went to school with, now I'm teaching their children, it's like, I know you. So it's like, what are they going to feel about me, say about me? You know what I mean? So it's like, it was kind of nerve-wracking in that sense. But the biggest thing is just the connections I made with some of the teachers. Like I said, when I came in, I was a TESOL teacher. Worked with an amazing TESOL teacher, Miss Soto. She taught me a lot of what I know.
Shout out to Senior Soto.
Shout out to Miss Soto. TESOL teacher still at East Middle.
Yeah.
I also, Miss Flores is another big part of my teaching career. She's the one that actually helped me get in the job that I got now. So shout out to Miss Flores. But they made this experience and coming back feel like a no-brainer to me. Like I already knew. I'm like, you know what? It is a little nerve-wracking, but this is where I graduated from. I know the people, I know the community, I know the students. I can't go nowhere else. You know what I mean? Like that's how I felt when I came here. I have to be here.
I love it. I love it, man. So you I said earlier, elementary school. A lot of times, guys get an education like me. I'll admit, I want to teach and coach. A lot of times, we get an education at the secondary level. You're teaching elementary, man, which is our foundation.
Yep.
And it's important. Talk to me about why you chose that and what's that experience like?
Yeah, absolutely. So when I chose elementary, growing up, I'm the oldest of four boys.
Okay.
So they've always been younger. Any homework, any assignments, I'm always helping them with it.
Okay.
And I just felt like that's my area.
Okay.
To be honest, shout out to those middle school teachers, high school teachers, but I know where my limit is. I know where it stands, and y'all doing great things. I promise y'all doing great things. Y'all are great. I love y'all, but I just can't go that high. I'd rather stick to my littles. But no, it makes it a no-brainer for me because I'm hitting them from the jump.
Yes.
Like you said, it is foundational skills at the elementary level, and I'm setting them up for success. That's what I do every day that I come into that classroom. I make sure that I ask myself, and I even ask them, what is our goal today? The main goal is leaving this classroom at the end of the day knowing that I learned something new. Okay. Whether it is educational, academics, whether it's life skills, anything like that. So knowing that I am a part of that, it's exactly why I'm doing what I do.
You giving a shout out to the high school and the secondary folks. I like to give shout out to the elementary folks because I'm a secondary guy for them. And I've done some time in elementary, like 3rd, 4th grade, as an assistant principal. But I always say there's a special place in heaven for you guys. It's the elementary because the little kids, you like a rock star when you walk in the building, but then they got a lot of needs.
Yes.
Whereas at high school, when the bell rings, y'all go home. Elementary, y'all got to hold their hands. You got to walk to the bus.
Wipe them noses, clean up those spills, make sure they're good in every aspect. Yes, absolutely.
But it's good, and it's good that we all can recognize and show respect for each other's levels, and we all understand, like the belly. We all have a role to play, and we all need to do our job, and we do our job. We create a great system, man. So that's good stuff. So, all right. So you kind of came up through the ranks, obviously, as you said, but you also were a part of a partnership we have at YSU, Project Pass. And so for those who are considering a career in education, Talk about your experience at Project Pass, but then also should people consider being an elementary school teacher?
Absolutely. So Project Pass, great program. From the moment I came to YSU, they put me in a area where you know whether this is for you or not. That's a great thing about Project Pass because they put you in the classroom or they put you working with students from the jump. So as soon as you're in your first classes, was I think is education, foundations to education,
like
you're already in the classroom. So you're seeing, you're like, is this for me?
Right.
So when you graduate at the end, you can't say you've never seen a classroom, you've never been in it. So shout out to Project Pass. It's a great program. It allowed me to go to a lot of these elementary schools in Youngstown City. So and even outside of Youngstown City, it let me experience that. Although that experience for me, it's different. I will say that it's so different. I even talked to the Project Pass coordinator, like, listen, don't put me back on. Leave me here. This is what I'm used to. I look like the people that I'm around. So, it feels like home.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, but talking about just anybody that wants to come into education, that is a great question because for me, and I know we use this as a slogan a lot, but it's always just remember your why.
Yeah.
Because for me, I came in to be that person that I wanted growing up. As a Latino, as a native Spanish speaker, when I came from Puerto Rico, I didn't know any Spanish. So I came in second grade knowing no English. No English, and it was just difficult.
Okay.
I couldn't communicate with my teacher. I couldn't communicate with other students, but I understood that there was somebody, which there was, and I shout out to that teacher, that my TESOL teacher when I was growing up. She helped me out.
Okay.
She taught me what I needed to know. She taught me how to communicate, not only the English language, but how to communicate using any other, my hands, using any other objects, just showing me that she cares about me enough to come every day and teach me. So that's why I came into education. And for anybody that considers coming into education, always remember your why. Just why am I going to be a teacher? Why do I want to do this? What is the real purpose?
I love that. And, listen, our career, I'm listening to you, you love it. I know. Absolutely. I love it. But, it's some tough days. We have some tough days. There's some things that go on in education right now in the classroom.
Every day.
I said last week when I had my last guest on, Mr. Santiago, my wife always tells me, Jeremy, don't forget what it's like to be in the classroom. Okay. And then now that I'm superintendent, she always says, don't forget what it's like to be a principal. And so, she keeps me grounded. But at the same time, there's a lot of things that are happening above my head, a lot of things that are happening that are impacting education that I got to be on the front line for. And then you guys got to be in the front line of educating our kids. And things have changed. COVID has impacted education. How our kids are coming to school, prepared or not prepared, is impacted, I'm sure. The students that you're getting in your classroom. And so there are days that we probably go home like, is this what I really want to do for the next 30 years or whatever?
And that's when you remember your why. You think about why am I actually doing this? Because as soon as you forget that, it absolutely, you're absolutely like, I don't want to come back. Like there are days, Mondays especially when they roll around, you're like, do I really want to do this? Do I want to come back? But like you said, you just think about these students, and this is only my 6th year teaching, but I know my students are, my first class is in 8th grade right now.
Exactly.
And some of them come back and they're like, Mr. Vega, love you. Thank you for everything. And it's like, they're not even graduated yet. They're already, you know what I mean? So just being there for these students, whether they're coming, like you said, prepared or not, some of them, they didn't get enough sleep or they didn't get something to eat or they just need care and love and showing them that I'm here for you. I am here for you because I care about you. I love you. And I know that you have purpose.
Absolutely.
And I want you to achieve the best thing that you can in your future.
Well, you're 6 years in. You're a vet now, man. You're not that new guy anymore. I was watching a clip LeBron and Damian Lillard after All-Star game, and they were in the locker room, and Damian was like, "You didn't name me with the young guys anymore," and LeBron was like, "You're not one of the young guys anymore. So, hey, you're a vet now, man. So you're not okay."
I appreciate that.
But you talked about the why and remembering your why, and kids, even like you said, they're not even graduated yet, and they're already coming back and letting you know how much of an impact you had.
Absolutely.
That, man, carry that forever, because I promise you, it will carry you through really your entire career. So yesterday, I'm out to dinner with my wife, and actually, should have been her and I talking, but we're both on our phones, and I'm looking at Facebook, and I get a message on Facebook Messenger from one of my former students who's a senior in my first year at East Bladen High School down in North Carolina. Shout out to the East Bladen Eagles. And he reached out to me, and I won't say his name, but he reached out to me and he sent a message, and it was a long message, and just said, "Mr. B, I miss you. I love you. Thanks for being a father figure and always keep me on the right track. It's been some years since we talked, but definitely want to get back in touch with you." And man, that message broke me down right there where I sat, because 15 years ago, I had this young man in high school, and we really only had 1 year together because he was a senior my first year at that school. But it just relationship that we had, and I remember because he actually was a senior, but he was behind in some of his math credits and some things that had happened before I got there that shouldn't have happened. And so we had to make sure that he actually doubled up on math his senior year. And I had staff members come to me and say, "You can't do that." And I said, "Show me the law that says I can." And so we got him doubled up and got him graduated on time, this and that. And I don't know if he even remembers that story, but I remember it. And so for him to remember 15 years later that we had a special relationship, it goes a long way. There's kids that I taught 30 years ago now almost that I still keep in touch with. And so those kids that are now in 8th grade, they'll probably be looking you up in about 20 years, and you did the right thing. And you know your why.
And you look forward to that too. It's like, did I make an impact?
Absolutely.
Did I make a difference? Mm-hmm. So just knowing that and hearing that story is great. And it's something I look forward to as well, Well,
I can tell already it's coming, all right? So let's switch gears a little bit, all right? Now, what we do is hard, man. And sometimes we talked about kids coming prepared and not being prepared or prepared. And then also, no matter where, we're going to always do what we do.
Absolutely.
But families and family engagement, this is a partnership that we have with kids.
Yes.
And I know over at MLK, you guys got a pretty strong families, relationships, and those type of things. But talk to me about in what ways can families be involved in their child's education, or should be involved in their child's education, and what do we need from families so we can be successful with our young people?
Absolutely. First thing, and I tell this to all my families, and I know it's said a lot, families, but truly take it to heart. First and foremost, please read to your kids. Just read to them every single day. Make it a routine. Studies actually show, like, children that are read to regularly, in a year span, they learn, like, I think it's like 80,000 new vocabulary words just by reading one book a day. Yes. So just please read to your families. Take 10, 15 minutes a day. And I will say, I know, like, for example, MLK's family, I know a lot of the parents are monolingual Spanish speakers. Right. But trust and believe, and I'm saying it for me, my mother knows no English to this day.
Really?
She can get by.
Okay.
But she knows no English. So I know where you are at as your child, as a child of a Spanish speaking mother. She still knows, whether she understood me or not. She sat me down, read this to me. And now the technology we have is amazing.
Yes.
Like, use it to your advantage, parents. Have that story read. Yeah. There's bilingual books now that they read in English as you're reading it in Spanish. Just take the time to read. One single book a day is amazing. It studies, and it actually, I think I read this either 2 days ago, but like, when you read to your child, by the time they're in 3rd grade, they're either at or above grade level. Reading at grade level, just by you reading to them.
Yes.
So read to them. Obviously, those folders that come home, and I know I'm talking about on elementary level.
No, I need you to talk.
I'm talking on elementary level because that's what I know.
That's what I know. To the people.
Those folders that come home, families, open them up. Have your child do their homework if they have it. Those events that happen at school, trust me, your child will remember you attending those school events more than they will remember what grade they got on a math test in second grade. Trust and believe. So come join those school events as much as you can. I know that we work now. There's so much responsibility nowadays, but attend as much as you can. Check those folders, those newsletters that teachers send out. They tell you exactly what the student is learning that week or even that month. Check those out. Reinforce those skills at home, whether it's reading, math, science, social studies, handwriting. All of that is definitely how you can get involved in your child's education.
Listen, we talked in the summer, but I hadn't talked to him, and I'm wish I had been talking to him more. But man, he just said a mouthful, and I'm telling you guys, this is who's in the classroom with your students. These are the individuals and the people that truly care about our community, care about our kids, and he's telling you all the things that high performing school districts, high performing schools, high performing families, which we are in Youngstown, and we're striving to be, and we're going to be. These are the things that we need to do. Overall, we're going to do our job. We're going to do our part. But we need to be a partner together in the community. And if there's help that you need, or there's things that we need to provide more of, answer the surveys, come to the schools, come to those meetings, and let us know what we're doing well, what we're not doing so well, so we can do better. Because if we work together and do those things, I mean, I know I have 3 adult children now, and 2 of them older than him. But that's what we used to do. We read to them every night. My wife, if it wasn't me, it was her. If it wasn't her, it was me, or it was both of us. Those are the things that my mother did for me. And I'm sure, like you just heard him say, his mother doesn't even speak English, but he made reading an important part of his upbringing. So, man, I'm glad to have people like you in the district in our classrooms.
I appreciate that.
All right. So now let's switch gears a little bit more. We're going to finish up leadership. So I tell leadership is not just about, a title. It's not just about a position. It's about a lot of things. But so how do you define leadership?
Again, great question. Great question. So when I've always thought about leadership, like you said, it's not just a title and it's not just about one person. Leadership to me is helping everybody around me grow. Leadership to me is helping them become the best they can be, and that allows me to become the best that I can be. So like in my classroom, I always tell my students, be the leader. In any situation, be the leader, because that shows you that what you're bringing to the table is letting everybody eat.
Yeah.
To just say it's just letting everybody eat. Yeah. It's not just, I'm gonna eat first and then I'm gonna give you all the no. I'm gonna bring it to the table, and when you need a piece, take it. So like leadership is like a shared thing. We share it with everybody, making sure that everybody is capable, everybody is striving for that same goal.
Yeah.
And just aspiring to change and make change. So leader to me is not just one person, it is everybody. And yes, most of the times like a school has a principal, and then there's somebody that talks for the whole school, but in a well-developed school system, you look at it and you're like, I can't really tell who the leader is. I can't tell which one of them is the leader. That's leadership, where you can look at one group of people and you're like, they're all striving to be at the same place. They're all striving for the same goal. That to me is leadership.
You said, let's everybody eat. There's a book, I believe it was Simon Sinek. It talks about leaders eat last. And so you just kind of capitalize on that a little bit too. I mean, definitely leaders should want everybody around them to be better.
Absolutely.
And then they become better as well from those individuals who are around them. And so, I'll say this, we've been sitting here for about 25, 30 minutes now, and I've learned a whole lot from you. And so that's definitely leadership. And there's some things I'm sitting here taking notes in my head of ways that I can get you involved at the district level on some things, because we need it. We need those things. There's ways that we can capitalize and do some of the things that you're doing in your classroom and at MLK across the district, because we all should be rowing in the same direction. So as we get ready to kind of close out for the day, I always let the guests kind of have their creative freedom to Talk to the community. Talk to the group. You already dropped a whole lot of words of
I
wisdom.
did. I don't know if I
But
should
talk
say
to
more.
the community. What else was the last things that you want them to hear? Anything about you? Anything about this district? About how you feel? Just whatever you want to share.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Youngstown has really shaped who I am today. I will say I wasn't here my whole life.
Okay.
I've been here since end of middle school and
Okay.
up, but that's the majority of my adult life.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
the person that I am today, I do have to thank it to Youngstown. This community is resilient, it has spirit, and that's why I love teaching for this community, because this is where my children are going to grow up. I live in Youngstown.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
work in Youngstown. My siblings, all of them graduated from East as well. So this is our life. So I want to make sure that the students that come in my classroom, they know that I have been where they will walk.
Absolutely.
That I've been where their parents walked most of the time, and that I came back because I believe in them so much that I want to make sure their future is well taken care of. And I know that I'm only one part of it because I'm just second grade, but I want to make sure that that impact moves on so much past my classroom and into the community, because that is what I'm doing. I'm teaching our future community members how to be great citizens, how to be great people, whether they come back to the education or whatever they do. But I want to make sure that they know, Youngstown has it. Youngstown is it. I want to make this city a better place. I want to make sure my family comes here or my family stays here. And that's what I want to just say to the people. Just remember your why. In Youngstown has a lot of potential. So much potential.
Listen, y'all know how I feel. And, I definitely asked I'm going to ask Jorge to come on because I see Youngstown in him. Okay. I see our students and, we talk about building them up, and he is them. And he is now helping to shape the future of Youngstown.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just so proud to have him as a part of our staff. And then, so I'm not going to reiterate because he's already said it all. And I would hope you're going to play this episode back over and over again and just listen for those nuggets and words of wisdom. But remember, belly left leadership. He summed it up. Know your assignment. We all have a role. He said second grade teacher, but that second grade teacher is doing a great and important role in running belly so that we can then run it again until they stop it. Until next time, we'll see you later, Youngstown.